What up, it's Moji, and today I want to talk about 3 things that changed my cinematography. And when I say changed my cinematography, I mean that these things really changed my perspective on how I view and operate within my process. And I can say that these tips made my cinematography just that much better. So if these things help me, why not try to give you guys some game that could possibly make you better as a cinematographer, or at least demystify some questions that you might have. Number one thing that changed my cinematography is on-set experience. When I bought my first camera by hustling up a few paychecks together from my job working at Sam's Club as a daydreaming cashier, me and my naive thinking, I would look myself in the mirror and tell myself, look, in 2 years max, I would be shooting movies like Spike Lee, making all types of money. I would literally YouTube every question that I had, like, how do I get my videos to be cinematic? What is ISO? Why is my camera so trash? After a while, I started to ask more complex questions like, why am I so trash? But no, my questions started to become more complex and the answers started to get really hard to find. So video after video, I felt all the advice getting a little redundant, like put a light here, shoot 120 frames per second, color grade until your face is orange and the background is teal. Oh, and my favorite, buy this piece of gear. But remember, gear doesn't matter. But me being obsessed about finding answers to my filmmaking questions pushed me out of my computer chair, and I went to work as a production assistant or just being extra hands, anything that would put me into action. Me watching other filmmakers and how they did things on set was so refreshing. It showed me that everything is not as polished as YouTube can make things seem sometimes. And being on set shows you how others improvise and problem solve, because not everything goes as planned in filmmaking. It taught me how to be an actual human being and not just this guy that's vomiting out camera specs that he just newly learned on YouTube. It taught me things like you learn the technical things to forget them when you need to, because there's always a bunch of different ways to get results, and it's about finding your way that produces results that you like. The second thing that changed my cinematography was books. I have a few books that set the tone for me when I was just starting out. Books like the Master Shots Series 3 was really filled with valuable information that would influence a lot of my creative decisions today. It teaches fundamentals that are essential for guys that are picking up a camera. And I mean, I still pick that book up to reference if I need a quick refresher. I really love other books like Painting with Light. My mentor, Morgan Cooper, recommended that book to me, which is an amazing book. And it talks about a lot of fundamentals as well, but has lots of gems just sprinkled throughout there that really help me understand lighting. And even when I think about it today, I have a few books that aren't even about filmmaking that inspire me in the way I shoot things. I remember reading a book on minimalism and went through a whole phase where I wanted to compose my images with the least amount of distraction around my subject. Just these super minimal frames. Yeah, reading is vital. Reading will sharpen your technical side and not only teach you how to do something, but books also teach you the history behind certain techniques. I remember I wanted to be a history teacher, but look at me now. I'm a history YouTuber. The third thing that changed my cinematography forever was help. I feel like the strongest people ask for help. And but just help carrying C-stands, Pelican cases, lights, just help with everything. Smaller gigs, I would have no problem one-man banding it every time. But productions start to get bigger, camera rigs start to get a little heavier, and sooner than you know it, you'll need at least 2 people to go shoot some B-roll. Once I started hiring people to handle lighting, directing, producing, etc., my work honestly started to look much better. I was getting the results that I wanted to get faster, and I didn't feel like I was sacrificing a piece of the vision because of time or just the small inconveniences that could have been avoided if I hired a PA. or just extra hands. So, you know, I wasn't as stressed on set, knowing I can trust these guys to do their job and giving me the peace of mind to focus on my job 100%. Well, you know, 95%, because you'll be micromanaging the whole time. But I remember thinking directors like Spike Lee wrote, shot, scored, edited whole films by themselves. So I'm like, yeah, I got to do everything myself. And that's the only way I have control over the final look and just the project in general. And I quickly realized that it was pretty much impossible for me to do everything myself. And later on, I found out that Spike Lee wasn't buying his own coffee and doing the actor's makeup. So yeah, that's three things that changed my cinematography. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I pretty much talked entirely too much by now. So I hope you guys take something away from this. But hey, don't be weird. Hit that like button, drop a comment, tell me something about you guys. I want to get to know the people who are watching my videos. And okay, that's it. So thank you guys. Much love. Peace.